Hey, welcome back. This is Excel video 375 and I'm Nate Moore. I was on site at a client this past week and talked to another client on the phone, both of which were trying to do more to compensate physicians with RVUs, but their systems had limitations. On the one system, you couldn't store more than 1 year's worth of RVUs in the system, so if you wanted to compare 2011 to 12 to 13, you were out of luck. In the other system, you could store RVUs, but it didn't factor in modifiers. So if you had, an 80 modifier or a 50 or 51 modifier, you were out of luck. So we wrote custom code for both groups, different systems, to allow them to compensate physicians with RVUs the way they wanted to. When you're ready to get more out of your software, let's talk. I want to play some more with the quick analysis tool today. Same data, but instead of doing formatting, we're going to do charts. And when you do charts, the first trick is formatting worked just fine when we had the numbers. When you do charts, and you just do the numbers and you don't do the surrounding row and column to give some context to the numbers, what you'll get, look at this clustered column. Notice how when I hover over it, I'm getting a picture of what the chart Excel will build looks like. The bars are moving around, but I can't tell why. I can't really, okay, this is a clustered bar and that's a clustered bar, but I can't tell what's what. If I take the whole picture with my dates and my doctors and come over here, now my charts make a whole lot more sense. You can see that this clustered column groups, it's not going to let me point, so you're going to have to look. Notice how Dr. Garcia, Benjamin Lee, they're in the legend and the days of the week are on the x-axis. Whereas over here, the physicians are on the x-axis and the days of the week are in the legend. And you can look at it either way and see what it's going to look like. You can see what a line is going to look like, or maybe you want to do a stacked column or a stacked area. I'm not as big a fan of the stacked stuff because once you look at the first line or the first area, it's hard to tell the area of the second or third or fourth group, whether it's a column or an area. It's harder to see that than it is if you do a clustered column, one of these two. The other thing I wanted to show you about charts is the recommendation that Excel gives you here is based on an algorithm looking at the kind of data you're sending. So here I had clustered columns, a line chart, stacked column, stacked area, Excel thought would be appropriate. Watch what happens if I only do this and just take this piece of data. Now what happens is when I go to charts, I get a clustered column again, but I also get a pie chart and a clustered bar. I get different types of recommendations based on the type of data I send. And if I come back over here, last thing I want to show you is if I go to charts, and I'm not ecstatic about any of the email. I hover over these and I'm just, yeah, this isn't quite it. You can always click on more charts. And what Excel will do for you is here's the charts that it started to recommend. But notice in the recommended charts tab, there's a lot more than the 4 or 5 I saw. I could go down and I could look at, well, I could do a stacked bar or a clustered bar, or I could do, an XY scatter plot. I could do all kinds of different things. There's more recommended charts than there is in this little area here, and you can just click more charts to get to it. And if none of those work for you, all charts will show you everything. That's what I wanted to show you today about the quick analysis tool and charts. Stay tuned next time. We're going to play with totals and see what that'll do for us. And I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for watching.